Red. It's Clash.
Good evening, everyone. This is Reddit Talks Clash. I am Congressman Cool Rick. Joining me tonight, our fellow mod Spencer. How's it going, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Yeah, I had a good day. I had a fun one. You do anything cool?
Today, I went to class in the morning, and that was it.
You got a good CWL match going on?
Oh my gosh, that's a great way to start off the episode. Yeah, let's talk about that. So I've been launching Clan War League since it came to the game.
Did you miss the spin?
Oh no, it's worse than you could ever imagine. So I've always launched right when it hits midnight, right when it's available on the new season. That's like my thing. Like the first 5 seconds it's available, I launch it, and it finds a match in like 10 seconds. Because a lot of people do that, I guess. But yeah, I've been doing that for so long, and just a regular month scheduled, I go ahead and did that. But I messed up so bad. This month, I don't know what was going through my head, but I accidentally spun a 30v30, and we've been doing 15s. And I do not even have like 30 active members for Clan War League.
Oh, so you got a bunch of dead accounts in that? Like
yeah,
inactive little baby ones.
I wouldn't say they're completely inactive, but yeah, they're baby because we're in Master 3 right now, and that's like a lot of Tunnel 15s, and so we had 15 Tunnel 15s for what we wanted, but now we got like Tunnel 11s and 12s in there, which
that's gonna be rough. Well, like 30s though. I mean, how bad's your first war?
The first one we lost. We're in last place right now. We had 4 missed attacks, so this wasn't as bad as I thought it'd be. But yeah, I got like 4 accounts in. Hopefully, we don't get demoted because my clan is gonna be mad at me if that happens, because that is my fault.
Yeah, that's kind of a boner move.
Yeah, I don't know what was going through my mind.
But yeah, our first war only started a couple hours ago, so I haven't really even picked a base yet. I think I've flagged a base, but I'll have to look at it and decide if I actually want to hit it later. Yeah, first up, let's head right to it. Colorfest
is brand new.
I've seen a lot of people asking like, "Hey, is this about the Indian holiday Holly? I don't know how to say it.
I think it's Holly.
But yeah, people are asking, is it that? Is it Easter? Even though Easter's believe in April, right?
Yep, April.
There's people saying no, it's probably about Pride. I also saw someone throw out Mardi Gras, which I would have never thought of.
I think I threw that out.
But it turns out that I forget where I saw it. It might have been in the creator Slack, but someone had asked, "Hey, is this about Holy?" The answer that we got was, "It's about everything." It's about
specifically all of the spring celebrations around the world.
Yeah. It turns out like spring is there's a whole lot of stuff to celebrate that's very colorful. So they just there was an idea out of their Shanghai office, I think it said, right? Yep. Where somebody had the idea for these painter skins. They all really liked them for some reason, and then they just ran with the idea. I do like the scenery.
Yeah, I like the scenery too.
Yeah, and it is cool. It's the first scenery that we've gotten in a gold pass the first month.
Yeah, that's pretty massive.
Like what is 3 years of gold passes roughly?
4 years, I believe. Season 48, so exactly 4 years we get our first scenery in the gold pass,
which is cool. It's kind of surprising that it took this long, I guess, but like, man, there's 48 skins. That's a lot of skins. Or 48 gold pass skins. There's going to be like, how many total skins are there? There's got to be.
Great question. Yeah, I've been actually working on a post to showcase all the skins. And do you have a guess?
75.
70. You're so close. It's actually 76.
Oh, hey.
Yeah. There's 26 legendary skins and then 3 standard skins.
Which ones are the standard ones?
So we have the Fierce King, which is the Supercell Make skin that came with the war scenery bundles and stuff.
Okay.
And the other 2 are Royal Champion skins that they sold at a lower price to get people to buy them.
Yeah, wasn't one like released with Town 14, like the Jungle RC?
Yeah, the Jungle, and then the other one is the Summer Champion. So both of those were sold at a discounted price.
Like $3 or $4, right?
Yeah, $4 or $4 or $5. And we guess that was because a lot of people in the game don't necessarily have the world champion. So they sold them individually for a few bucks, and they're pretty good skins, both of them.
Yeah, they're not bad. I hope we get more like variation in the gold pass too, because at a certain point, like, I've bought the gold pass every month since it came out, even when I don't have upgrades to do, because I'm just a big fan of like 1 gem donations and stuff. But yeah, like I never touch most of them. I don't like the randomizer,
Oh
so
yeah, me
like
neither.
adding more skins is pointless to me personally. So
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I need to have a matching scenery with all 4 matching skins at the same time. I can't have anything random going on. But
no,
yeah.
I don't like the randomizer because like I'll lose track of my heroes too easy. Like I like having, like the big fat Golem King that's easy for me to find, or
Oh
like
yeah, that's true.
the white queen. So I don't know, like when they're random, I'll get thrown. Like I might have the ice queen on one time, and then it randomizes, and now I'm looking for my queen, and I'm finding that Tiger King or whatever. I don't know. It throws me.
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. I rarely change the skins I use. Mostly by season I go by. Right now I'm still using the Town Hall 15 skins, which are the best skins in the entire game.
I did like them. I didn't want to spend $40 for them, but I
Yeah.
I
Speaking of
do
which,
think they're the best. They're the best ones. I agree.
for the first time ever, we got a bundle for all 4 legendary hero skins, and that's actually pretty huge because one of the things people didn't like about the Town Hall 15 Magic skin set was there was no bundle, and they were all sold separately, all on the same day, all for $10, which $40 is a lot asking for the skins all at once. So I'm happy they brought a bundle for us.
Yeah, and it's cheaper than I would have expected. Like adding that bundle was like a last minute thing that they did. So when they're first talking about a bundle, I'm like, okay, cool. They're gonna be $10 each for these skins. So the bundle's gonna be like $36 or something, or who cares? When it came out at 25, that was actually, yeah, it was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be.
Did you
And
buy it?
no, oh no, these skins are atrocious.
Whoa. Well, I wouldn't go ahead and call them atrocious, but they are not as cool as some of them, I'll say.
So, oh yeah, so no one's seen really up close views of 3 of them, I guess. Only
Well,
or
we're
no,
allowed to
no,
show
no,
them
no, no, no,
actually.
no. Yeah, that's not true because you can obviously buy the bundle. Yeah, I'm
Um,
still, man, that's a mess. Just like a little weird insider thing. Like the bundle was a last minute addition, so originally the plan was like don't show the skins until the day of the challenge. So yeah, I've getting my memory discombobulated.
but yeah, we could show them now. And so I updated the photo on the Color Fest post to show all of them next to each other.
Oh, cool. So, but yeah, I think the Warden one's okay. It's pink. It'll stand out. It'll help my colorblind self like find the Warden on the map. It's cool to see them do a new theme, something that no one in a million years would have guessed. I don't know. I'm just not this excited about it.
Yeah,
But
it is a cool idea to do the whole painter thing. A lot of people were comparing it to that other video game. I forgot the name, but I can't tell
Splatoon,
you. Yes, that's it right
yeah,
there. I've never played it, but I've seen a lot of
yeah, I haven't
comparisons.
either.
But yeah, but talking about Color Fest, let's talk about that first challenge that came out 2 days ago, the Painter King challenge. That one was made by Clashin' in Games. How did you do on that, Rick?
I first saw it, and it doesn't look at the hard. It's the kind of challenge where you can look at it and you're like, okay, like have a general idea what I need to do. It's Town Hall 11 stuff, but you have rocket loons and then only a king. So like my first few attempts, I got fairly close to it, and then what I always do normally is like I'll give it a few tries and I'll give up, and then I will wait for trample damage to send me his plan. He likes to ask if it's something that's easy to replicate or if he needs to dumb it down even more because like
Yeah.
if I can't copy his instructions, then probably no one can. Yeah, but I was getting pretty close. I figured it was something similar to what I was doing, and then he sent me his video, and it was literally just like give it a little more time, and it worked out. So that was the next 3. Good luck, dude. The next 3 are like the Queen one. Holy crap!
Really?
I could not even get close to it, and like there's some fun surprises on that one.
Yeah, looking at the Painter King challenge one. Normally, these challenges have like a specific trick, especially with that trample damage one we just got, the super archers and the storages. This one just seemed like your regular kind of air attack, funneling with baby dragons and such. The hardest thing though was we did not have a warden for the attack, so that's what made it difficult. Other than that, though, it was a pretty fairly easy challenge. The reward, I don't remember what the reward was.
Some kind of dumb potion in 10 gems.
Let's see. It was a hero potion in 20 gems.
And I haven't used a hero potion in years. Like I didn't even use them when Town 15 was new, just because. Hero potions are the most useless ones to me. I guess I did use them for pets a few times.
Well, I don't use them on my main, but for some of my rushed accounts, I definitely will use a hero potion in like wars or Clan War League or stuff like that.
Yeah, they are useless to me, but I do understand their utility to everyone else. But and this is the one that has like 1 archer in the slammer, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like which might seem weird, and I don't know if it was ever discussed anywhere else too, but it was originally going to be empty, but then it was causing crashes if you tried to like check what was in it, apparently, and then so they're like, hey man, can we just put one thing in your clan castle? And he's like, yeah, just put archer in it. So if you're wondering what the deal with 1 random archer was, it was like that was an easier solution than apparently fixing like a broken piece of the dev build.
What else did we get in Color Fest? Oh yeah, we got a decoration.
Oh yeah, the little dragon that was rolled around in some color paint.
I gemmed the gold pass all the way to the end every
first of the month. Do you do this?
Well, I do it mostly for the 20% boosts. But when I gem all the way to the boost, I'm like, oh, I only got like a few more to go to get that last one. So I just go to the end.
Dude, like literally 6 hours ago in our little group chat, you're like, I'm done spending money. Like you're like, I don't know how I spent thousands and thousands of dollars. And you come and you're like, I wanted this statue 7 days earlier.
Yeah, it's a nice statue. I added it to my collection.
Yeah, but what is it worth? 100, like how many gems was it? It's got to be, to gem the whole thing, it's got to be like 1,000 gems at least.
So when it's around, I want to say, I don't know exactly. I think it's oh gosh, I don't know. I think it's 1,200, 1,500, 1,800. It's somewhere above 1,000. I know that for sure because I always buy the $20 gem pack every month to be able to do it, and that's 2,500 gems.
What? This makes no sense.
What?
This is wild to me.
What?
Like that you do.
Do people not buy gems?
Not.
I mean, why are they there?
People don't buy them for the express purpose of unlocking the gold pass.
I can't be the only one that gems the gold pass on day one. Like I feel like that's pretty common.
The gold pass is an amazing value, and you're like, you know what? Instead of paying $5 for this and waiting, I want to pay $30 and have it immediately, and then not play the game for a month.
It's worth it.
It's absolutely not.
Because think of it like this. By the time you naturally unlock the 20% boost, the season is nearly over.
No, it's not.
From day one, it's a lot better.
Day one, you get 10%. So you are, everything you spent was only for 10%, not for 20%. And then you can get, so before they started giving you those 200 extra points automatically on the first day, then you could get the 20% boost typically on the first day of the second week. Like sometimes it would take mid-second week, but you always had it by the middle of the month. You always had it by then. So not at all worth
that's another thing.
$25 a month.
All these challenges you actually have to attack, and I don't attack or farm or anything. So that's another thing why.
So you're spending this money on a game you don't play, is what you're saying.
I play this game religiously, but I wouldn't say I attack a lot. No.
Like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. How do you like the game is attacking? That is how
Well,
you play is you attack.
I
Like
do
otherwise
wars
it's
in
just
Clan
it's a
War
chat
League.
room. It's a really lame chat room.
No. I do friendly challenges, wars, Clan War League, Builder Base, and raid weekends, of course. But I wouldn't say I do the natural trophy league system attacking.
You play all the side games and you don't do the real game.
I gotta say I love Builder Base. It's pretty awesome right now.
I guess speaking of Builder Base, we can move on.
Big news.
Yeah, I mean news.
So yeah, let's just get right into it. The BBC released a YouTube video, and it was titled "How Helsinki Became the Mobile Gaming Capital of the World," something like that, something along the lines. And I remember I saw that YouTube video on my homepage a few weeks ago, and I didn't watch it. I knew it would have something about Clash of Clans in it, but I didn't watch it. However, a few days ago, after the video was out for a few weeks at least, someone found something in the video, a little sneak peek, an intentional unofficial sneak peek. There we go. Of what Builder Base 2 is, something of Builder Base 2. And I linked it in the pinned comments if you want to take a look at the image. But it looks like the new replacement for versus battles, and kind of how the system's going to work. And so if we take a look at the image, I'll start on the left and we'll work to the right. Actually, let's start in the middle. There's something big in the middle. Why are you laughing?
Like as Westerners naturally do when we're reading images, we start in the middle.
Yeah, I do want to start in the middle. At the bottom, it says something very important that kind of gives it the whole thing away. It says stage 2 completed. So what I'm assuming that's going to be is a stage attacking system where there's a bunch of stages and you just keep attacking. And how it works is if you look at the above that on the left, it says troops expended and then troops left. And all of those troops have health bars. So from what I see is it's going to be a bunch of stages you attack and you keep attacking until all of your troops are gone, which seems pretty cool. What do you think, Rick?
As is tradition, I will compare it to Boom Beach. So there's a couple different mechanics in Boom Beach that immediately jump to my mind too. Every day in Boom Beach is a new event, and they're always on a cycle. Like Monday is always the same, Tuesday is always the same, etc. And they're mostly built around like, hey, like you have your army, attack this base, and it's a really weak, really lame base, and then it gets a little bit harder on the next one, and then there's 7 rounds essentially up until you're attacking like a fairly strong base. So when you're new and low level in the game, you get the first couple and it's okay loot. And when you're further on in the game, you can finish all 7 levels and it's like an okay amount of daily loot for you. And those change up every day, like the bases move around a little bit, but it's fairly repetitive. So it could be something like that too, because the image did say stage 2 and the loot you earned, and it did appear that once you exhaust troops, they are done. So it could just be continually attacking harder and harder bases until you're out of troops, which would be cool. The loot that's on it too is like 1 million of each and 50 trophies.
Which is pretty good
for beating that stage 2. So 1 million loot in one attack on Builder Base is massive. Because that would be more. That's more than a full day's worth of Builder Base loot now at Builder Hall 9 at a reasonable trophy level.
I gotta say, I do like the new system. I know they said they wanted to focus on the solo player experience in Builder Base, and this definitely removes that player versus player aspect of it. More of a solo stage mission type thing. But I'm not exactly sure how they're gonna do these bases. Like, are we gonna search for them and it's gonna, like Legend League is gonna match us with 8 random bases out there, or is it gonna be 8 of the same base that someone makes? Or I don't know exactly how that would work, but I gotta say I do like it, and I do see it as a pretty suitable replacement for versus battle. But I do want to say this is not confirmed or anything. This is just an image that we saw in a documentary video.
Yeah, it was like on the screen. They were interviewing Stuart and just like random B-roll footage. scanning around the offices, and one of the shots that was on the screen for 3 seconds was this guy working on Builder Base on his computer.
Yeah, they could just be playtesting it and they could scrap it. So none of this is confirmed or official. But it does look pretty cool, and
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure we'll get something like this.
Like, seeing that makes me more excited that Builder Base is going to actually undergo some significant changes, more than the two little sneak peek blogs that we've gotten so far about it, about dropping head to head and then individual troop abilities.
Yeah, I like it.
But there was one other little piece in that video too that we can wildly speculate on. Right at the end, after that, another little random shot. They go over a poster that's in that office. That's their 2023 goals.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, so I only noticed it like 10 minutes before we started. But
whoa,
the 2023 goals are strengthen our foundations and level up our social experience so we grow our player base. So strengthen our foundations is colored, level up our social experience is a different color, and then grow our player base. So those would be the 3 2023 goals, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
And level up our social experience, I think, is the one that we can kind of guess what it means, because there's a lot of people who I think are wrong, but there's a lot of people who think that when they removed global chat, that was a serious problem for the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say global chat's coming back, but them doing something to improve the social experience of the game would be welcome to pretty much everyone. And that could be a lot of things, like clan alliances have been thrown out for 10 years. That could be part of it. So you maybe have not a global chat, but like an alliance chat tab. That could be really fun.
I see. Yeah.
The social experience could also be the recruiting tool that people have hated since day one. So Darian's always said like, hey, like, we're going to be improving it. It just takes time, blah, blah, blah. So it could be a better recruiting tool in game too. Improvements to the social experience could be pretty nice.
Yeah, I definitely see something like that coming in the future, because they've always talked about how they always want to improve and add new features to the social aspect of the game. So hopefully we get something this year. But yeah,
like being able to friendly challenge your friends without being in the same clan would be cool. Like if I could just send you, like if we were Supercell ID friends, even if they wanted to push that, like if I could send you a replay or send you a base challenge or, things like that in the game without needing to be in the same clan, that would be really cool.
Yeah, I would definitely like something like that.
But I don't know. Yeah, those were the two big takeaways from that video, I thought. And then also, like, I didn't know Nokia was finished, apparently. But
what's that?
Nokia, like the old school phones from when you were probably still in diapers.
Those. What do you mean they're finished?
Yeah, no, like in the start of that video, they all credit like the reason Finnish companies are.
Oh.
Yeah, our big tech companies was Nokia, apparently.
Oh wow, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Do you want to get into that other stuff at the bottom?
I know you want to talk about the Legends League reward stuff for months now. So like let's do it.
Okay, well, here, there's gonna be a lot of clickings because I'm gonna open all these up, okay?
Hey, you need a quieter mouse, dude. I've been telling you.
You want to buy me one? Send me one.
How about you don't spend $30 to finish the Game Pass in one day and then you buy a quiet mouse, because they're like $11.
$11? That's a scam. This mouse is like $100.
Yeah, and it's loud. So,
Okay.
I'm sure it clicks on little X's on your browser just as good as anything else can.
I like the
but now
too.
but you get the $11 silent mouse on Amazon and your neighbors won't hear it now.
Oh my goodness, you are very over dramatic, Rick. Well, let's get into these concepts. One of our users on the subreddit, his name is No Neighbor. I cannot say this word for the life of me. You want to say this, Rick?
I don't have the post open, but
okay. But one of our users has been creating some really high quality concepts. There's been a total of 6 posts? Yeah, 6 total posts on these pretty cool concepts. So let's start with the first one here, at least. It's the Legends League Rewards Concept Art Part 1. So this is, he created a kind of a legend shop where you could spend your Legend League trophies. which I don't know if anyone knows, but when you're in Legend League and you finish the season, all the trophies above 5,000, you get those added to your profile in the game. They're little purple trophies. And this guy created a shop where you could use those trophies to buy things. So my initial thoughts was, as soon as I saw this post, I was like, well, what else can we buy in game? We already have skins and sceneries. What could possibly be in the shop? And looking at that third image there, we have loading screens, app icons, and a special tab. So that is one thing I'm familiar with, is apps have the ability to change their app icon for you. And I actually didn't know that was a thing until recently, when I was looking at like Reddit Premium, and it said you could change your app icon. And so you could change your app icon, your loading screen, and then something special. Have you seen these, Rick?
Yeah, my first thoughts on this post when you shared it with us a while ago was like, holy hell, we don't need another currency. Like, and then we especially don't need a currency that really only Town Hall 15s are going to use. CDBL, everyone can participate. Capital, everyone can participate and get those. And obviously, like Capital is a much more even playing field. But like the last thing I want is a third currency and a third shop. But since this guy's idea is cosmetic stuff only, I think that's a good. I don't know, like I like it, because it's stuff that, hey, like you've put in the time and you've been playing long enough to be in Legends repeatedly over and over and over again, and it's stuff that's not going to affect the gameplay, not going to give you an advantage over other people who are newer, because it's all just like loading. It was like loading screens, and just like app icons, like small little stuff like that to make you kind of feel cool and appreciate it yourself. I'm a fan. The pricing of it was a little weird, like his idea. So I've been in Legends since Town Hall 12, essentially. I dropped for a little bit when Town Hall 14 came out, just because I thought farming would be better lower, and it wasn't. But so like I've been fairly consistently like a 5,500 Legends player toward at the end of the month, which is like, I would say, the first threshold that cuts off like good people from mediocre people, and I am on like the mediocre side. Yeah. So
how many
like
trophies you got?
I have 15,700 total Legends trophies.
That's insane, dude.
So that is,
wow. That's a lot.
Like by my estimate right there, 31 months of Legends, which really isn't that long.
That's crazy. Wow. I'm impressed, I have to say. One thing I like,
but like, so I have 15,700. I'd be able to buy 3 things in this in this guy's shop.
Oh, I see what yeah.
I always hate when people on Reddit like pick apart like the technical little details like that of an idea, because it's not really fair. It's just like, as a concept, I think it's great.
Yeah, I know people have always been kind of brainstorming ways to spend Legend League trophies, because people didn't like how there's nothing we could do with them. They kind of just sit on our profile, and they're just kind of just to show how good at Legend League we are, I guess. I do like the idea of a Legend League shop, and this is possibly a pretty good way to implement it. Like you said, I don't want to pick apart it, but changing loading screens, that's not necessarily something I don't think a lot of people would want to do, because the loading screen changes like every month, and it's always cool to have a nice refreshing thing on there. But as far as app icons, I love that idea too. And they also, what else? We have the old King and Queen 2D sprites that would replace your hero skins. I personally would not want that at all, but I know I've seen a lot of people always asking for these old 2D sprites back in the game.
That might not be technically feasible, because I know they're always saying like, hey, for us to do certain things, we had to do the 3D models and redo the heroes that way. So going back to 2D stuff would probably be game breaking in some weird ways, but I don't like, cause it's all cosmetic stuff. I don't know. I did like the idea. I thought it was cool.
And then moving, go ahead.
Oh yeah, just like something to do with your Legends trophies, other than show it off on a profile that no one ever looks at. Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of sparked from all of these concepts was, I know we already have like sceneries and skins, but what if there was a specific set of hero skins that you could only buy with like Legend League trophies, and they're like Legend League purple theme skins, kind of like the champion skins, but Legend League and all purple.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what if we did something with the league medals, like a Clan War League hero set, and then raid medals? There's a lot of things they could do with all these currencies in the game, as you said. Moving on to the second part of his concept. This one I'm pretty sure is just about bringing back decorations. No, not decorations. Temporary obstacles that are no longer in the game.
Yeah,
Now,
it's all about like he wanted you to convert your trophies to magic beans, and then you like plant a magic bean and it grows into a random obstacle or something, right?
yeah, and that is a pretty controversial subject, is the bringing back seasonal obstacles, because a lot of people want them to be back because they accidentally got rid of all of them during the event, or they wish they had the whole set type thing. And I'm personally against that. I like when I see a village and they have all their obstacles. That just shows, they're super dedicated and they've been playing that long. So for someone to be able to just get a random temporary obstacle that was in the game 5 years ago, that's not necessarily something I would like to see added to the game.
I get that. I completely do not care. I've never looked at a single other person's. I've never looked at their obstacles. I've never made judgments on them based on those obstacles. I hardly ever look at mine. I have kept at one of each one. I did lose a Christmas tree, which kind of sucked. There was a glitch one year where it was, I think it was when the fortune trees were coming, but there was a glitch where they could spawn on top of existing obstacles and delete them. So I lost one of my trees that year. But if you said, hey, like we can tell when your account was created, and they can, so you would have access to buy those obstacles back as long as you were active in the game during it, or at least before then I would think that's fair. Overall, I don't care. I don't look at anyone else's base like that. So, but you do, and that's cool. Everyone's got their own thing. Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, I like how different we are. I always talk about hero skins, sceneries, and decorations, and you're just like, I don't care.
That's what, like, one of the Reddit posts that annoy me the most is people like, which skin should I buy? Like, you're the one looking at it. Why are you asking anyone else? No one else cares. Like, yeah, like I've literally never paid attention to what skin someone has on that attacks me. I make the dumb like Road King joke all the time that I'll throw on the whatever king it is that has the bowl cut.
Yeah, the Road King.
Just like put it on just to be like extra just disrespectful to people. But I've literally never looked at a skin of someone attacking me.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I mean, like I also hardly ever look at my defenses like outside of war.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I don't care. Like I'm gonna farm and also I've been in Legends for years too, so I don't even lose loot. Like I'm not trying to be the best in the world. I don't really care how I defend. I just am getting my loot, my own hits in, and trying to 3-star that way. But how I defend doesn't really matter.
I see. So that's also why you don't necessarily like the clan house features, huh?
I mean, like I'll burn off my raid medals to buy clan houses.
Okay.
I think the windmill one is kind of cool. Like not a lot of people have the windmills that I can tell. But also like now they've all been in the shop 5 times, and who cares?
Yeah, I'm hoping they add some new elements for the clan houses that I could buy with like real money,
Yeah, the last, of course you do.
like a pack for like $4.99, you get this whole set. I think that'd be awesome.
Man, they're gonna drain you.
Yeah, they probably have my account on standby just to look at how much I spent. Like, what can we bring to the game that this guy's gonna buy? Okay, we are max Town Hall 15s, am I right?
One of us is.
Well, I just have walls. That doesn't matter though. We're both 100% max.
that, like, again, you need to look up the definitions of a lot of words.
Oh my
100%.
goodness.
You personally have no concept of what confirmed means. Like, we've been over that a bunch of times.
What do you mean?
Like, you always say oh, like, this confirms that builder base
Oh,
is going to be just like Legends. Like, no, it's not. Like, you say that
I
all the
see what
time.
you're saying.
Like, that's like, I don't know if it's like a generational thing.
It's probably part of my vocabulary from
Yeah,
something.
but people are like, this is confirmed. Like, and then be like, where? Like, okay, well, they kind of hinted towards it. You clearly don't know what the word confirmed means.
Well, I don't know. Moving on from the concepts. Anything else you want to talk about? We kind of zip through everything pretty fast.
Yeah, that's what happens when there's only two of us.
Let's get some questions going. We have not answered questions in a long time. Oh, one thing we could talk about.
What?
Some news we have is the first golden ticket tournament for Clash of Clans World Championships is starting March 11. The Queso Cup. Let's go over the quick information about that in case you want to participate and potentially win a bunch of money. Let's see. March 11th is the start. I just said that. It's open for only Town Hall 15s. They're all 5v5 wars. And if you don't already have a team, you could find one in their Discord server. Anyone 16 and up can participate. And the prize pool is $50,000. And it also gives you a golden ticket to the World Championships this November, which is going to be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's good stuff. And like, also, there's a ton of people going to be streaming all these matches. So check out Twitch, check out YouTube Live, and you're going to be able to see like the best attacks in the world and the best bases too right now. People are going to be giving it their all. So if you're kind of bored with Town Hall 15 right now, because we're in this like the doldrums of content, just waiting for new stuff. We've burned through the latest update, and we're just waiting on the next one, which is probably going to be builder base. And then, so no new Town Hall 15 stuff is coming. So you might as well dig into the esports side of things and start checking it out.
Yeah, one of the comments said, I think Builder Base 2.0 is going to be in June, and the spring update will be Town Hall 15 stuff. Now, they did say that their goal was to bring Builder Base 2 in the spring. However, they've already done it with updates before. They delay it if there's any issues or anything.
Yeah,
but that is their goal, to bring it in spring.
Yeah, I would expect it in spring too, just because also during the MA a couple weeks ago, they did say, hey, like there are 3 pillars of Clash, and the updates are going to kind of rotate through them. So we had Town Hall 15 in the fall, then we had the winter update that was Capital. So the next pillar of Clash, the next update, well, I would expect to be builder base, and then we go back to Town Hall 15 in the summer, and then we're going to do a Capital, maybe another builder base, and then probably Town Hall 16, which that would time out to be 18 months ish, right?
Yeah, that's
so like having like the rotation of updates is what we're kind of strongly hinting would be the way forward for Clash.
Yeah,
but that is not at all confirmed before.
Yeah, definitely have to say that.
A bunch of jabronis start repeating that.
Yeah, Rick said it's coming.
Yeah. Rick said 100%
confirmed, right?
Yeah, March 27th. Mark it.
Oh gosh. Well, yeah. Speaking of dates, the estimated date, looking at past spring updates, last year the one was in May. However, they did say that one was delayed. And the one
that was the Clan Capital one. So that was like that was a big one.
That was Town Hall 14, and that was, I believe, in the middle of April. And the one before that was at the end of March 27th, and then the one before that was like April 3rd or 4th.
Yeah, so we've been all over March, April, and May.
If I had to guess, the spring update would be in April, and I'm just saying that because definitely not March, because they gave us that calendar, and this month is already pretty packed with challenges and stuff. I don't think they would bring a massive update to the game during Color Fest, you know?
Oh, yeah. And then also, I guess, backtrack for a second, too. Just even if the the update cycle is going to be focusing on one specific pillar of Clash, be it the home, village, builder base, or capital. Doesn't necessarily mean there won't be content for the other stuff too, because obviously in the most recent update, it was a clan capital update with the skeleton park and the graveyard spell and the inferno dragon that no one uses. But that did also include the first super troop in a long time.
Yeah, super
too. So like those kind of things. It probably the main focus will be a different aspect of Clash each time, but there's going to be overlap, obviously.
One of the comments we got says, should builder base have a clan component? Now, that was a question asked a few times in the AMA, and they did give an official answer that this first builder base 2.0 update is going to be focused on the solo play experience. However, they do want to bring more social aspects to builder base, but they're going to do that in future updates. So there's an answer to your question.
Right, man. Like I know, like I went on this rant last episode or 2 episodes ago. Like we have so much to do. There's CWL, there's the raid every weekend. There's constant wars, like clan games. Like we have a lot to do. I don't need another clan commitment through the builder base, especially if it ends up sucking. So, like when they said that they want to keep it focused on the solo player experience, I was a big fan of that.
Yeah, This is probably the update that I'm most excited about ever for Clash of Clans. I remember Clan Capital that got leaked. Just the name Clan Capital got leaked on the internet, and I was excited about this. But Builder Base 2.0,
so like
what's up?
No one. Did I ever tell you about my little like hints toward capital?
Yeah, you did tell me. You might not want to talk about that though, in case government's listening.
I don't know, like maybe another day, or if you're one of the people who knows me and like then you get me loaded one day and we'll talk about it. But
yeah,
so
I remember those.
Another question: will there be official builder base sneak peeks? Like, yeah, of course there will. We don't know when. I don't know. I also don't know how they're going to go. The sneak peek format kind of changed up for the last one. Instead of dropping little images day by day, and they'll for the winter update, they just kind of did a dev video, and then they had content creators focus on a different aspect of it through the week. So I don't know if that's going to be a permanent format change or not. I know there was not a lot of people seem to like it, but we'll see.
Do the sneak peeks for Builder Base 2.0. They should do those how they did the sneak peeks for Builder Base with the like
original one
episode. Yeah, with the ocean and the shoreline and all that stuff.
So
I think that was
one of the cool things is that they are being really open with the development of Builder Base 2, at least open for Supercell. And it seems like they are really finally have learned about managing expectations. So there was like 6 weeks of build up for the original builder base. They did a whole series of like the builder left, and now we have giant builders for a week and witch builders, and there was all these different series and cartoons and where'd he go, and it ended up he went to builder base island or wherever and met the master builder, blah blah blah. And it was a huge thing, and they really built it up. And then builder base itself kind of ended up being a little bit of a letdown. And to some extent, Clan Capital was like that too, because they were like, this is the biggest update, and they were, for years like, we're working on the new big feature. And Clan Capital wasn't like as big of a letdown as Builder Base ended up being, but they still kind of really overhyped for what the reaction was. But now they've done 2 blog posts showing the ideas in development, and they're getting feedback as they go, and hopefully it translates to not to a better product, but it also one that's not going to be overhyped, so it's not going to fail to meet our over high expectations.
I know whatever it is, I'll like it as long as there's a battle machine skin and builder base scenery,
Yeah, you're gonna buy all the packs day one too, regardless if it's good or not, aren't you?
Of course. Gotta get those cosmetics. They're the best in the whole game.
All right, I think that about covers it, right?
Yeah, we don't have any other questions, so yeah, we could wrap it up.
All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This was Reddit Talks Clash. We're going to be back in 2 weeks, 14 days. Quick math. That is
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's Day. Maybe we'll flex a day early because the day after is not going to be good for anyone.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. We'll announce it as it gets closer. Anyway, we will see you then. Thanks for joining us. Quick favor to ask. If you enjoy our podcast and listen regularly, or even if this is your first time, check the show notes for a link to a real quick survey. It's just one question. We're not going to ask your email or anything. That question is just, why do you listen to us? We want to improve the show and refocus our efforts, but to do that effectively, we kind of need to know what you enjoy and what you get out of your time spent listening to us just yap about Clash. If you're listening on Spotify, there's always a question on each episode. Feel free to use that to give us feedback as well, or even just leave a review on whichever platform you found us on. Any feedback you can give us is appreciated. Thank you. All right, Spencer, do you have anything to say?
Nothing.
All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.